Got a cupboard, cans of food, filtered water, and pictures of you. And I'm not coming out until this is all over. And I'm looking through the glass where the light bends at the cracks. And I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, pretending that the echoes belong to someone. Someone that I used to know. And will become silhouettes till the bodies finally go. Oh, that's a good warm up. Shakedown 1979. Cool kids never had the time. Why you and I should... Wait, no, that's not the right words. Whatever. It's a warm up anyway. It doesn't have to be correct. And we don't even care to shake these hip-hop blues. And we don't know just where our bones will rest. The dust, I guess, forgotten, buried in the dust. And towns below, faster than the speed of sound. Faster than we thought we'd go beneath the cloud of hope. Hello, welcome, greetings. Hello, welcome, greetings. Come on, people, chat. 2 minutes in, 3 minutes in, there's nothing sent in chat yet? What the fuck? What's going on? What is happening to me? You know, I wish I could get my outfit to look right. That would be nice. Hi, Uncle Flanus. Ooh, you changed your profile picture. Dude, the Flanus changed this profile picture. I didn't think I'd ever see that. My vest is so cool. Aw, thank you. It is cool, isn't it? Don't you like it? Yeah, it's got lots of lighter trophies. Lots of cool patches. It's a cool vest. I can't even lie to you about that. It's my actual face. Oh, shit. Oh, you don't look nearly as creepy as I always figured. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Well, that name like Lord Flanus, I guess I was just expecting like Quasimodo, but you know. Hey, it should speak to my character that I didn't treat you any differently because of that. Mind Virus got another one. J-Rogs is fucking bitter and obsessed, but we ain't gonna ban him, are we? We're just gonna let him sit in here and collect hatred points. When the fuck are you looking at? I don't know. Depends on where your eyes are focused on your screen, honestly. You might be looking at my teddies, you might be looking at my patches, you might be looking at the lighter trophies, might be looking at my face. How am I to know? I like the flag in the back. Thank you. It's a nice little I think that is the one that came out in 2020. I like the design. A lot of people aren't fans of it, but I like a loud flag. I like a busy flag. I love you, Phoebe. Hey, I love you too, Uncle Flanus. You have donated a ton to this channel, and I appreciate you for I cannot stress to you how much I appreciate the people who help me, enable me to do this as a living. So I have to immensely thank you there. But you've also just been watching for a really long time, and that's nice. That's awesome of you. Same, I agree. You have same name as my friend. Oh, nice. Phoebe is a good name, you know. There's hardly any douchebaggy Phoebes. By the way, those of you who are coming in and are regulars of my channel, you don't have to do it right now, but you should do it right now. There is a short that just released on my channel that is 3 little videos combined together of me walking around the property, showing off what it looked like immediately after the ice storm, like the second day after the ice storm or the first day after the ice storm. If you want to take a look at that, that would really help my numbers and would also get you an impression of what I just went through. 70 viewers and 2 likes speaks volumes. We are 5 minutes into the stream, friend. It is not that unusual for a channel with 11,000 subs to only have 2 likes 5 minutes into the stream, especially because I didn't schedule this or anything. It's not that it's really not that abnormal. The left is cooked. Well, you can't tell it by the immense amount of advocacy coming out of Minneapolis. I haven't donated nearly enough. I'm back to work, so hopefully I donate a lot more. Well, hey, I don't hold it against you even when you're not donating regularly. I just like to see it. Whenever I saw that super thanks, it literally made my day. I knew I wasn't going to get the money for a while, and I was still like, that is beautiful. That is so fucking kind, you know, because like, what if I just didn't even get that notification, you know? But you didn't care. You just wanted to support the channel, and that is dope. Battle jackets, somebody knows. Somebody knows. Battle vest or battle jacket, both are correct. Doesn't matter. I just feel like it's time that out and proud leftists of the anarchist and hardcore left variety start making ourselves known again. I think it's high time the punks rise up. Guys, I can fix her. No, you can't. I don't want to be fixed. Me being broken pays. Hi, Phoebe. Hashtag boil Paul. Boil Paul. Boil Paul. Boil Paul. Let me get a boil Paul in the chat. Boil Paul. Boil Paul. Boil Paul. Boil Paul. Boil Paul. Boil Paul. Come on. Let me get at least one boil Paul in the chat. Come on, please. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. 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 Boil me. No. Don't boil me. How the turntables. How the turntables. Woo. I'm back. Where did your parents go? I ate them. Ate them right up. Swallowed them. Got a cough to get off, they say. Paul's too salty, he'll float. That is true. That's actually true. You can't boil Paul unless it's in a non-hydrological liquid. Yeah. Make sure you're hitting that like button if you're rolling into the stream. It really does help. Oh no, quick, drink ice water. I do have some if I need it. This says Dawn on it, but it's not, as you can tell by the fact that it's clear and doesn't have the consistency of dish soap. But it's one of the mini jugs that we take to the spring and refill. I do not trust tap water, and I do not trust municipal water as tapped by big companies that sell us bottled water. Are you a girl or a boy? I'm a girl with a deep voice. I don't have time to play with fruit. Well, then get out of here, because there's nothing but fruits in this chat. Nothing but fruits in this fucking stream. Sorry, bud. Apples, oranges, pears, we got. You looking for a cucumber? Sorry, we ain't got them. Spring water is the best. It really is. If you have never tasted water fresh out of the earth's pisser, you have no idea. You literally are missing out on a fundamental experience of being a human being. I'm not even kidding. Human beings are not supposed to drink water out of little plastic receptacles. It's one thing, like, if you have to do it like modern society necessitates, but that's not the way you're supposed to drink water. You are supposed to ingest water fresh and fruitfully from the ground as it comes out of the many spigots, the many natural spigots that Mother Nature provides us. Hey, the gay spam is getting old, so cut it out. I'm not here to read a million gays. I'm just gonna, you can do this and it'll make things a little bit easier. There we go. This will cut out most of the spammers. And then anybody that's literally just typing gay, you can just get rid of them. I'm not like... I don't care. Like, I literally don't. But gay by itself as a message isn't interesting, and I can't do anything with it. And as a streamer who is reliant on her, like, stream chat for content, I can't abide it. Phoebe, pink fur, pink fur, pink fur. Whatever. If you want to make a gay joke, that's fine, but make it funny. Don't just sit in here saying, gay, 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 gay. You look like a retard, and it's dumb. It makes you look very not intelligent. Okay. Yeah, like if you're gonna say it, say like gay nigga or something, you know. Not that you should say that. I'm just saying that because somebody said it in the chat. Okay. I don't recommend that white people go around saying words like that, certainly. But you know, at least make something funny out of it. God damn. Why did the gay cross the road? This is going to be so funny. Guys, can you tell this one's going to be funny? Because it had gay in it. That's how you know. That's how you know 100%. Do a 20-second joint hit. Will somebody donate if I do it? I have a rainbow car and it won't go straight. Please help me. Sorry, bud. No help for you. No help for you. All right, I guess I'm going to have to do it myself. Let's see. Let's just see here. Honey, I got rear-ended, but the car is fine. Do what now? What does that mean? I am so confused by all the gay slang that happens in here sometimes. Try to convince me you're a girl? No, I am a girl. Whether you recognize me as one or not is a matter of your willingness to accept the evidence of your eyes and ears, or whether or not you're like just gonna walk around refusing to acknowledge the reality of human beings' existence. That is entirely your deal. Now, if you want me to convince you that I am valid as a woman, despite the fact that I was born with a penis, that's a different conversation. But just convincing you personally that I am a girl, I really don't care whether you think I'm a girl or not. I know that I am. I'm going to keep dressing in ways that make me feel comfortable. I'm going to keep acting in ways that make me feel comfortable. I'm going to continue having a feminine countenance. I'm not going to change it for you, bud. I have to listen to them because you have no idea how profitable they are for like interaction numbers. Reading out those hater comments can be great for that. God damn. We take a break. I'm gonna take a small break. What strain am I smoking? Let's see. This is a THCA Citrus Sunburst pre-roll, which is legal under the Farm Bill. So don't ban me, YouTube, because I'm allowed to talk about shit that is legal. This is not a drug. It is a legal hemp product as defined by the 2018 Farm Bill. THCA pre-rolls are gross, but they do the job, I guess. That's my thing, Ben. I can't afford shit better than that right now. I know you're not supposed to say things like that on YouTube, but whatever. I'm a working class YouTuber. I'm not one of these people that's making millions of dollars off my channel. I'm just not. So I can't afford like the grid shit right now. So I'm just smoking what I can afford, which is one of these pre-rolls every couple of days. It's not much, but yeah, it at least does something. It's at least a little bit of mood regulation until things start to look better. Like, honestly, January is not, it's not surprising that it's not a very productive month for me so far. It's not surprising, well, I guess not so far anymore because it's February, but January is a hard month on everybody. Not only that, but I wasn't able to stream for 5 days, and a lot of people, even I would imagine a lot of people that are like in my audience probably weren't able to watch me for a few days, even after the storm broke and the power came back on, because I have a lot of people that actually watch me that live in the same geographical region of the world that I live in. A lot of them probably still don't have power. There are people I normally see in the chat that I haven't seen for 2 weeks. My rolls are free and pizza-y. Yeah. Yeah. Riley will send you pictures of pizza rolls. If you just ask for them nicely. Make sure you hit that like button, by the way. We're at 75 viewers, but we could get as many fucking likes as we have viewers if you guys were all willing and dedicated. Cocaine? I wish. I really wish. No, I was just blowing my nose. See? See? Isn't it gross? Aren't you glad I explained what I was doing? Aren't you glad? Jesus loves you. Thanks! Are you in the playing video games? Do you play Magic? Do you play D&D? Do you play any music? Oh my god, so many questions. Break them up into pieces. I like to fuck with the idea of playing D&D, but I have never stuck around long enough for a campaign to come to its completion or fruition. Don't get me wrong, I played for like 8 months at a clip one time, but that story just never did anything. I don't know. Like, I'm sure it came to a conclusion somewhere along the way, but I never was privy to it. I do play some video games. Lately, I've been playing a whole lot of Monster Hunter World because it runs really well on my computer, and it's just a really relaxing game, and there's just so many beautiful things to look at in that game. But before that, I was playing a little Battlefield 4, and for a long time, I had a huge, big old gamer addiction to Ark Survival Evolved. That game, if you're like a NEET that has plenty of time to waste on just random bullshit, you should really consider Ark Survival Evolved, because that game is the time sink of a century. You can lose days to that game. The universe brought me here. I just got released from a level 2 prison here in Indiana almost an hour ago, and this is the first thing YouTube shows me after a year, so hello, everyone. Ooh, that is so fucking cool. Dude, you have come to the right place. Because at least nobody here in the chat, and certainly not me, is going to be shitting on you for just getting out of prison. I mean, unless you were a chomo or something, but, you know, I'm assuming you weren't. If you survived at a maximum security prison, you know. IRL, I once shipped pizza rolls to my pal in LA. I believe it, Riley. I believe it. You are crazy like that, actually. If you are new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Please be kind in the room or you will be removed. Thank you very much. Nicole, now that you're here, let me tell you something too. Now, this is going to sound like I'm getting on to you. I don't want it to sound like I'm getting on to you. I want to make sure that all of my mods know I'm adopting a more lenient ban policy. I want to make sure that spam goes. No spam, obviously. That includes people just saying Jesus loves you or just saying gay or trans or whatever, right? It needs to be an interesting comment still. But we do have to leave some of the douchebags. And this is just an unfortunate consequence of me kind of being a little bit of a douchebag. Like, it's kind of hypocritical of me to be banning so many assholes out of here when I myself can be a rather tremendous cunt, right? It's a little bit hypocritical. And it also limits the amount of people that want to engage in the chat. So I am trying to put all of my mods up on game and make sure that we are banning only the worst dregs for now on, just until further notice. But thank you for the limit, or thank you for the notification in the chat. I always appreciate seeing you in here because I know that you're going to let people know that there are mods around and that there are people that are going to ban them if they just start spamming or going all caps or whatever. Fire that THCA. I need to give it a minute, friend. I know you are probably like, you know what, I can't even go on this rant I was about to go on. You know why? Because back in 2020, if you can believe it, you know, I don't even know why I'm about to tell you guys this. Not a goddamn person in here is going to fucking believe me. Riley might. Riley might. Okay. You guys let me know if you believe me. Back in the summer of 2020, my cannabis usage peaked out, and that was the most I was ever doing. 4 ounces in a month. That was my top peak consumption. And from what I can tell talking to other stoners, that is a pretty fucking inordinate amount of weed to go through in a month. I didn't know that at the time, and my plug certainly wasn't going to be the one who informed me. So, see, I knew Riley would believe me. It's easy for Riley to imagine that, both for themselves and for me. But I remember telling Paul that one time, and if you don't know who I'm talking about Paul's ego. I told Paul's ego one time that I don't, like, I don't have that like greening out shit either. And that my peak consumption topped out at around 4 ounces in July. No, it was June of 2020. I know for a fact that I smoked 4 ounces in that month because I looked back and looked at my messages, and I just know that that had to be the amount that I went through. And I know it kind of like, was peaking up to that point, and then it kind of, plateaued and then started to fall off towards the winter. But anyway, well, I forgot what I was saying. Stoner problem. Lockdown weed hit different. That's true. That's true. That's true. Oh yeah, I remember what I was saying. I was telling Paul that I had that like massive amount of consumption. He just like flatly didn't believe me, or he called it into question. I remember. I was like, "What? All right, well, believe me or don't, I guess." But it's still, like, it is true. I didn't even realize, and like I just told you guys, I didn't even realize that that was like an inordinate amount of consumption at the time. Holy moly, 2020, I was 17 then. Yes, I was, let's see, in 2020, I was 21, I was turning 22. Train just hit something. Boy, I hope they didn't hit a car. That was fucking freaky. Am I safe? Yeah. Whatever it was, it hit at the fucking head of the train. Whether it was a rail popped loose or a vehicle impact, maybe, I don't know. It was just like a big loud boom, an emergency application of the brakes. I'm gonna go out there and make sure, because that was fucking weird. There towards the end, almost sounds like it's something at the fucking level crossing up here. I'm just gonna step out here and make sure, I guess. In the sense of community responsibility. In the spirit of communal responsibility. Let's just make sure. Oh, well, there's a worker down at the other end, so maybe everything is okay. There's a worker down by the switch, so I guess everything's fine. And if it's not, whatever. Railroad's got people out there already. No, there's no downed rail cars, so I'm good. Alrighty. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. This is funny. Well, that's what it's supposed to be. So that's good. Have I experienced algorithmic suppression yet again? Because the likes indicate that you guys are actually enjoying this content, but the views make it seem like I might be age-gated or something. Isn't there a skinwalker out there too? Those things don't can make any sound. Yeah, probably. From what I've heard, there's a skinwalker that, like people have commented on it when I'm streaming out in the backyard, and I'm like, oh yeah, for sure, probably. I live in the deep south. I know for a fact that I live on what used to be a dwelling site for Native Americans, because in our old garden plot, that is part of the original land that my great granduncle, I think it was, bought, that has since been subdivided into different plots for different parts of the family. In the original garden plot, there is a tremendous amount of old Indian artifacts, basically stone, like what's the word I'm looking for? Arrowheads. Yeah, like arrowheads, spearheads, some things that might be maybe knives or knife edges, scrapers. We found scrapers out there. So it's like 100% it was either a place where a lot of napping happened or a place where there was at one time a lot of Native Americans living. Despite everything, the apartment setup is pretty sweet. You know what, Ben? I'm glad for you. That is good. At least your living space is comfortable, and that's super important. Patrick, I haven't seen you in a while. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you for saying that, Nicole. I always appreciate it. Like, comment, share. Yeah, hit that bell. If you are a regular subscriber of mine and you haven't hit that bell yet, what are you doing? Because that is the only way that you get notifications to these, which is the only way that you get to see my beautiful face. I'd like to learn the flint knap. I would too. I would too. I think it's a really beautiful art form, but I also think that I do not have the motor skills for it because it seems like there's a very specific technique to getting things to look right and to break off in the correct manner. And I just don't know that that's me, man. But whatever. You use girl bathrooms? I mean, sometimes it depends. Like, if it's a multi-person public bathroom, I'm just probably not going to use it. If I absolutely have to use it, I'll use the men's. So, like, in hopes that I don't get hate crimed. But honestly, as America gets more and more fucked up and more bad, it's kind of like a fearful proposition to use any bathroom as a trans person. So I just prefer to use single-person bathrooms because at least then I know that I am fully prepared for whatever meets me when I go out the door. Whereas, like, in a bathroom, like, yeah, you get dressed and everything once you get up from the stall, like, or once you get up from the toilet in a stall, but it's not like you're fully prepared to walk back out into the world, you know? You're still, like, washing your hands and getting ready for the next step. Like, there's all this psychological process that goes on to preparing you for the like sudden conflict. And even then, most of the time, if somebody's going to just like suddenly pounce on you, you're probably not going to be prepared for that in any sense regardless. But people also just don't care as much if you come out of a like a single person bathroom, no matter what your gender identity is. Patrick McElrath with the $4.99. Thank you so much. I don't want you to think I'm skipping over you because I'm not. I love your donations and I love your presence in here. Hope your power hasn't gone out again. Solidarity. It has not. The power has stayed on, thankfully. But if you want to see an example of what the property looked like immediately after the aftermath from the ice storm, you can check out the most recent short on my channel. It covers a lot of that, and it will also boost my numbers if you watch that. So, yeah, check that out, even if you're on desktop. Do I need to make a new stream? What the hell is going on with the views? We cannot have this many likes and yet have this many people excluded from the stream. I refuse to believe it. Here, can someone do me a favor? Open up an incognito tab, copy the link to this stream, and paste it into that incognito tab, and tell me what happens. Because based on that, that is what will tell me whether I need to just wait it out and the algorithm will shift back my way in a minute, or I need to make a new stream and try something different in terms of title or presentation. But I just don't want to be like fucked, you know? It's kind of late. That's probably why. That could be part of it, Jacob, but I don't think that's all of it, honestly. Oh, geez. Don't do vape. It's real bad for your health. Thanks. I couldn't figure that out from the label that's clearly printed on the back of every single vape that you buy. Not age gated yet? All right, then we're fine. We're good then. Is there anything here? I'm going to try one more thing to make things a little faster. Okay, that should make sure that the stream is running with the best bit rate that it possibly can. Welcome back to the show, if you can call it that. Thank you for the flower, Nutter Butter. What a good name. You named your vape Bubba? Ooh, weird. I don't know if I like that. Um, do we want to talk about Trump trying to steal the elections, y'all? Do we want to talk about that? Have any of you guys heard about this? So Trump has been grousing hard about trying to federalize the election process. States are supposed to have control over the elections. They're supposed to be the ones who run the elections. And the reason for that is because they can it's just a basic matter of math, really, if you think about it, because if the states are allowed to run the elections, they can figure out the best methods for their particular constituencies to assure the most votes, or at least that's ostensibly the benefit of it. Right now, obviously, that can be manipulated, but the answer in this case, I genuinely don't think, is federalizing it, because the relationship between these two forces when it comes to voting is supposed to be that the federal government creates regulations in regards to voting, and the states make voting systems that follow those regulations but work out best for the political will of that state, right? So if that state wants ranked choice voting, that state should be able to have ranked choice voting, and the federal government should have no say over that, as long as they're not excluding people from voting based on race, gender, ethnicity, etc. Right? These are the basic federal regulations on voting that I think it's so important that we uphold. But federal regulations on voting are one thing and very important. The complete takeover of all voting systems by the federal government just assures that whoever is the incumbent at any given time has a systematic, baked in leg up on their competition. It is fundamentally undemocratic. If the federal government controls your voting system, then that means it doesn't matter if you can convince every single person in your state to change your voting system to a ranked choice system in that state. The federal government's not going to let you do it because it runs the elections now. Can I send you money? Yes. My Cash App is down below. You can also send a super chat. Either way you send money is super appreciated, and I love to take donations and rub it in the face of bigots and haters that would rather I just die in a hole somewhere. Cool. I love you too, Sulfur. I hope you're not like 10 and using your mom's credit card, because that's going to be both A, awkward on my part, right? And B, really awkward for your mom. Nope. Okay. Well, I gotta make sure. Okay. Have you ever read those stories about a parent gives their 10-year-old a credit card so that they can buy some stuff on a field trip, and they forget to ask for it back, or the kid's just a little shit and copies the card details, and then they plug it into Roblox or Minecraft or some shit like that, Steam or something, and then they end up spending $12,000 of their own parents' money. I don't ever want to be implicated in any of that shit. Ever. Dude, it is going to be it's something I literally have fears about, right? That I'm going to wake up one day to a $5,000 donation, and I'm just going to have to hold on to it, kind of knowing in the back of my head that that there's something off, and then I'm going to get a fucking email or a letter saying hey, this person's child erroneously sent you $5,000. You must pay it back immediately, They shouldn't have had children. Well, I totally agree, but you understand why it's a concern of mine, ethically for me, right? They can't donate. They can't do that, though. Depends, man. Here's the thing. Here's one of the reasons why I think that this maybe is not something that is talked about like it's a massive problem, because pretty much the only person it happens to is a really stupid person with way more money than sense. Because a poor person, like a person in my position, a regular working class person, doesn't have a credit card with a $20,000 limit on it that can be spent up to 15 grand, Why is Capital One telling me that my $10,000 limit was maximized on Roblox Superhero Tycoon? Exactly. Exactly. You get the exact idea. Precisely. Hey, kid, I was just wondering, did you ever give me back that card I gave you so you could get lunch when you went to Helen Keller's birthplace? No. Interesting. Did you also happen to submit your card information to steam.com? I guess I was wrong. I guess that was just a really abrupt stop for some reason. Because apparently it was just a side out. What I thought was the train hitting something was apparently just a very abrupt stop. That was my Xbox Live 20 years ago. My dad legit whooped me and I can't blame it. LOL. Dude, I never had anything like that happen because my parents were always very honest with us kids about money as soon as we got old enough to start asking questions about it. So we understood, and I understood, I think especially. I wouldn't spend shit for like a long time until I was like 16 or 17. I wouldn't even spend my own money without asking them first. Like, you can call that whatever you want, but it was just how I was. I was very cautious about it. Although that might have honestly played into why I was so uncautious with my money later on in life. Double tap that screen. Double tap that screen. Double tap that screen. Popping up on my shorts again, sending that sweet trans love from Manchester, UK. Hey, what's up, girl? We're having so much fun today, and it is great, and I'm glad to see you. There's this board game that is an alligator mouth, and you pull the wrong tooth and it clamps, and you pull sharp objects in the game and say donate gifts, and I'll pull it, but never pull it. They glue sharp objects to the teeth and say, what's going on, Tripacy? What are you talking about? There's this board game that is an alligator mouth, and if you pull the wrong tooth, it clamps. They glue sharp objects to the teeth and say, donate gifts and I'll pull it, but never pull it. Those are who donate to that. Okay, yeah. I get what you're saying. That took me a fucking minute. I am well dumb. I am well stupid because that took me a fucking minute. Yes. Now I get you. I get you entirely, Tripster. I'm just retarded, and it took me a minute, longer than it should have a normal person. It's fine. We eventually recovered out of it, but that's why. Christ is king. Do you agree? Nope. I do not believe in the Christ illusion. I think Christ is a pretty cool guy personally, but I do not believe that he was the son of God because I do not believe that there was a God to have had a son. Put very simply. I had no way to describe it. It was that not easy. I see them all the time. Yeah, dude, I fucking hate that. That's why I try to at least be authentic here. Whatever. Is it ever going to get me the amount of views and donos that stupid shit does? No. But I'm also never going to be arrested for fraud. You know what I mean? At the very least here, you know what you're getting. There's no fucking takesies, backsies, and the transaction is made very clear and obvious. Sad. He loves you. I'm praying for you. Well, thanks, Clown World. I love it. Do you miss when TJ was the face of anti-theism? Yes, I 100% do. Yeah, I do. I miss when anti-theism was an object in the discourse, genuinely. People don't even talk about atheism anymore. A lot of people want to just instantly shut you down if you've got that kind of mindset. But the truth of it is, we are being taken over by no Christian white nationalist. You have to understand that. Just because he's a Jewish guy doesn't mean that just because he's a Jewish guy does not mean that he doesn't want to see white people that are Christian or Jewish in positions of power. That is literally his entire goal. And Donald Trump is, in my mind, a white nationalist. I don't think that he has any particular religious leanings that color that belief in his case, but we are being taken over, literally, and unironically, by a combination of random far-right lunatics from across the United States and deep Southern politicians that have been talking this shit for a long time. And the only way out of that is by directly confronting the retarded evangelicism that underlies it. The bullshit Bronze Age mythos that underlies it. Thank you, by the way, for the $2 and everything else you've donated tonight. If anybody else would like to donate, please consider doing so. You are the people who fund this. Oh, dude, somebody actually just paid me something. Nice. Somebody just sent a fucking $10. Thank you for the $10. I just now saw that. I'm so sorry that I didn't see that earlier. I hope you're still in here, friend. I hope you're still in here. I hope I didn't miss that. But somebody did send $10 on Cash App, so thank you so much. I appreciate that. Why do people not understand you can have morals without religion? I think a lot of people do understand that. They just want to use that as a logical or a rhetorical bludgeon. It's not. You have to understand, so much of what Christians and like far right weirdos both say is not like deeply held philosophy that they've really thought out and contemplated. It's brainworms. They are saying what they think is going to get the best reaction in the moment. We need a religious iconoclasm, in my opinion. I'm sick of everyone being shackled down to rules and rituals because they are scared of the unknown. 100%. We need a complete fucking departure from the idea that you need a Bronze Age book of lies telling you how to live your life. The idea that you need someone else's spirituality coloring your own. You don't. You are a profoundly powerful being capable of creating your own rationalizations, your own thought patterns about the world, your own magics, your own spirituality that has synchronicity between you and what you believe and the world around you, and reconciles those things in a way that you like and recognize. You're able to do that. But a Christian will never tell you that. A Christian will tell you only through the Father. Only through me shall you get to him. A Christian will tell you only through Christ do you get to the Father. I tell you that only through self-knowledge and dedicated effort do you get to know yourself. The real spiritual truths of this world are not locked away in a Quran. They're not locked away in some Bible. They're not in some Torah. A rabbi cannot give you the spiritual truths of this world. Neither can I, for that matter. Only you can do that. Because spiritual truths are personal truths. Taylor! I haven't seen you in a while. I survived a 5-day ice storm. You should go watch the most recent short I published so that you can see that, because it's really fucking high quality. I think I did a good job on it, and it will give you an impression of how frozen it was here. Play that guitar, bro. You know what? You guys have gotten enough in donations. I tell you what, if somebody will donate $5 more, we'll bust out the guitar. $5 more. Please. I'm begging you. I need it. Please. I have no food. No, I'm kidding. I'm not that desperate. But it was good for the bit. It was good for the bit. It is midnight after all. Who cares, though? I'm sorry. I'm just manic. I was not able to do hardly anything for 5 days, and I was hella depressed and fucking for the 5 days after that. And then, I don't know, man. Taylor, do you think I'm bipolar? Like, you reckon? Because literally yesterday I was like depressed and angry and angsty, and today I'm like, hello my baby, hello my honey, hello my ragtime gal, baby my heart's on fire, sending your heart by wire. If you refuse me, honey, you lose me and I'll have to go. So baby, telephone and tell me I'm your own. I don't know. I'm just saying that I get fucking depressed for weeks at a time, and then I'll be okay for like 2 weeks, and I'll be like super energetic and high energy. People will accuse me of being on cocaine. I'm not. I'm not even on painkillers right now. I'm, outside of this, sober as a judge. It's just my natural crackhead energy, but it only comes out for like a week at a time. Everyone gets gets that sometimes hard to say. For sure, for sure. I just feel like it's a pattern I've started to notice in my life. The more I think about previous years, like the more I learned about those, like the two varieties of bipolar 1 and 2, the more I started to feel like I'm not going to self-diagnose, but it wouldn't surprise me because I do notice some of those patterns in my life. So it would track. That's all I'm saying. Maybe I am normal. I don't know. I sure do wish that when I didn't feel this way, that I didn't feel so shitty though. Because sometimes I just feel fucking like, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like feeling numb is actually worse than feeling bad. Because at least when you feel bad, there's like some drama to it. But when you just feel numb and kind of like angsty, it's like you feel like you're dealing with a petulant child, but the petulant child is within you and you can't spank yourself. So what do you do? Are you on something that affects hormones? No, I'm not on HRT or anything else for that matter. Alrighty. I guess we're not going to get that extra $5 to play the guitar, are we? No, I'm kidding. I'm being an asshole. Fucking holding you up. No, I'm kidding. We can spank ourselves. You can spank yourself. Does it have the same effect? I don't think so. Did you see the JF Garapies and the Epstein files? Yes, let's talk about that for a little bit. So, JF Garapy, white nationalist YouTuber guy, went on Drunken Peasants a few times before he was known as a white nationalist Nazi guy. Basically got his start on the Drunken Peasants and then started making content on a lot of alt-right platforms and everything. His wife has been missing for a number of years. I don't know exactly what his connection to the Epstein files is yet, but I did hear from a number of people that he's in there. Fucking JF. You really do give off crackhead energy sometimes in a wholesome, whimsical way. I mean, yeah, I don't deny it. And it doesn't necessarily surprise me that much, honestly. Epstein donated 25 grand to him. Yes, you're right. Yes, that I remember that. Yeah, so basically what we have learned from the Jeffrey Epstein files is that like not only was there a giant cabal of rapists and pedophiles that extended to all of the world's most powerful people, but that the current trajectory that we've seen towards the right is not just some spontaneous it's not actually like, because honestly, if you would have asked me this time 2 years ago, why do you think people are turning to the right in America? I would have told you that people are turning to the right in America because capitalism is destroying people's souls. Late stage capitalism kind of insists upon fascism to continue itself into whatever step it takes next. And people are easy to propagandize to when they're really poor and being fucked over by the system. I would have told you that it's a natural consequence of late stage capitalism. What it actually is not that, as it turns out. What it actually is a literal, like, coordinated campaign by the world's richest people to turn the world right wing, to build a pedophile friendly right wing global technocracy. I'm not kidding. This is not an exaggeration. I'm not joking. I don't know how else to put it to you. The current movement of people, corporations, and otherwise towards the right wing, it's not a coincidence, and it is not actually, as I would have guessed, a result of his like material conditions just catching up to everybody. That's certainly playing a part. Certainly that's an influence on events. But the main driver of them is the fact that the world's richest people are all secretly hardcore Nazis, basically. They're Nazis that aren't talking like Nazis talked, but they're basically Nazis. Jeffrey Epstein was a Jewish supremacist. Jeffrey, I hate to say this, and it's going to sound awful. Jeffrey Epstein was literally talking like an anti Semitic meme in some of the emails that have come out. And I don't mean like he was talking like one of the people that would make the meme. I mean, he was talking like the Jewish person that they're always caricaturing in the meme. He was saying like I didn't think Jewish supremacy was a fucking thing, to be completely real with you. I thought that like, okay, Israeli supremacy maybe, but Jewish supremacy? I don't know. Like I've never, even from fucking Netanyahu, I've never gotten the impression that he thinks Israel should take over the entire world. You know, like even from his genocidal ass. As it turns out, all of their ambitions are far darker than any of us could have imagined. They want to build a far right, pedophile friendly technocracy, and they're using your tax dollars to do it. I am an absolute avid supporter of Polybius' theory of anacyclosis and how countries politically decay and collapse and then transition through phases. I believe in that too, but I also think that there are new things at play that are forcing new theories to be written and discussed, which is why we have these conversations, right? That's why I find such value in these conversations, because we are in a time of transition. Polybius did not have to deal with AI. Polybius did not have to deal with the global technocracy. Polybius did not have to formulate theory that took into account the rise of industrialization. Exactly, bro. They're the reason everything that is happening worldwide right now. 100%, 100%, 100%. We only have 1% of the files, and they're earth shattering, literally earth shattering. Not even all the files are out yet. I know, dude. It's fucking wild. My brain is shrinking. Then fucking go somewhere. I don't know, dude. Fucking bye. Epstein was a huge Zionist and looked down on anyone who was not Jewish, called people goys, etc. That's what I was just talking about earlier, Matt. He literally talks like a Jewish caricature in those emails. And not to everyone, not in every case, but he is a Jewish supremacist. And now people are going to be like, well, he had so many friends that weren't Jewish, though. I know. You ever met a white supremacist? I have. I grew up near Leadwood, Missouri. I want you to look up Frank Ancona. Before he was murdered, I used to see Frank Ancona at the grocery store sometimes. I've met Klansmen. I've met actual Nazis and actual white supremacists. The thing a lot of people don't understand about them is that they love, actually, to have a diverse friend group, because not only does it provide them with a convenient rhetorical shield anytime somebody wants to illustrate how their positions lead to the death of millions of people, but it also provides them with an inside look to the inner workings of all these minority politics, all these people that they want to destroy. Not only that, but some people just genuinely have like there is I don't want to make it seem like every single one of those people is an unreachable is like an unreachable monster that you shouldn't talk to. But I do want people to be aware that there are like two types of white nationalists. There are people that like are not genuinely just not familiar with black people or not familiar with whatever race it is they're afraid of and can be reached. And a lot of Klansmen are that, because a lot of Klansmen are just hillbillies, working class hillbillies that make just enough to be worth inviting into the Klan and are just racist enough to accept the invitation, you know? So they're not exactly the like movers and shakers of politics. But the people who are especially more willing to make those concessions and have those relationships for the reason that I just listed. Whereas a person like your local hillbilly Frank Ancona type, um, Well, Frank Ancona was friends with Daryl Davis. Daryl Davis was a black guy, and he was most well known for deconverting Klansmen. Now, he never deconverted Frank in his lifetime, but Frank was damn near leaving the KKK. There's a possibility that his wife and son might have killed him because he was going to leave the Klan. Just my little personal fucking pet theory. Missouri, please do not subpoena me. I don't have any evidence for that. I'm just fucking, that's conjecture. I do not mean to, illegally accuse anyone. I'm not trying to do that. All right. It's just conjecture. Yes, Daryl Davis derobed several Klansmen. We need more Daryl Davis, 100%. That's what I'm trying to illustrate here, is that there are two types of white nationalists. One of them is very pernicious and must be opposed with everything we got. One of them needs to be talked to like a friend. Okay? So the type that needs to be looked down upon, punished, and ejected from society is somebody like Stephen Miller, a power broker, a Jewish supremacist, and a white supremacist who literally thinks that every brown-skinned person should be perished off the face of the earth. He is in a position of power. He has been in a position of power and privilege his entire life. And his Nazism puts him and his power, like his position of power, at risk of ending human lives. Whereas your average Klansman at this point in this day and age is far less likely to engage in an act of violence directly or to order the engagement of an act of violence. For the most part, the Klan deals in property damage these days. Oh, cross burnings. They will still do those occasionally, but they're mostly like in the woods away from people, and they're not like burning them on somebody's lawn anymore, really. Because that one is kind of, I mean, it still happens sometimes, don't get me wrong. But it's certainly not nearly as common as it used to be. Read my comment about I-9s? Okay, well, I don't normally read comments unless they come with a super chat that are being like requested, but you know what? We'll make an exception for you. So the current capitalists aren't hiring the H-1B1 visas. They aren't importing the I-9s and then protecting them at the end of the day. The current capitalists aren't hiring. What is your point about I don't even know what you're getting at, Luridius. I read it and I'm not understanding. Can you put it a different way? What sucks is that that there is a huge group who hate Jewish people for no reason, and then there are Jewish people who hate people for not being Jewish. Right. It's a really fucking hard thing. You know, like, it's a really hard thing to be an opponent of anti-Semitism right now, because it has become such an absurd issue. You know, now that these Epstein files have dropped, and there's and not just that, honestly, like, we've been seeing a growing trend of, I don't know, Jewish supremacy. It sounds like a fucking Nazi talking point to even say it out loud, but it's not. Like, literally, fucking Jeffrey Epstein is a Jewish supremacist. Like, there's no other way you can put it. And, you know, if a Nazi is bad when they kill all Jews, then surely a Jew is bad if they kill all, you know, Arabs or whatever. Like, what's good for the goose is no longer good for the gander. What's bad for the hog is no longer bad for the other hog, you know? Since when is what's good for the fucking bull not good for the heifer? The Cold War never ended. The Russian Federation knew that America could only be significantly weakened from within. Our biggest weakness? Racism. There is a chilling quote from Nikita Khrushchev back in the fucking 50s talking about how it basically goes like this. We will win over America someday, and when we do, it will not be because we fired a single shot. We will destroy them from the inside. Female sheep is called a ewe, and a male would be called a ram. Yeah, so what's good for the ram ain't good for the ewe? Is the opposite of Red Bull a blue heifer? Yes, 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 yes. Unironically, yes. That would be a really good, dude. Can we please pitch this to Red Bull? Okay, they can start like a feminine line, like a line of energy drinks specifically marketed to women, right? And instead of calling it Red Bull, they call it Blue Heifer. Yes, dude. Yes. I love it. I love it. As a fat woman, I love this plan. My presence is worth $5 song inbound. Aw. Okay. Taylor has requested one, and she's pretty much the only person who can pull that. There might be like 2 other people that could do that. But she is one of the people who can, so. Hold on, let me look up some lyrics real quick. Give me 1 second. At least I'm not Elon Musk guy. Yeah, 1 second. All right, can you guys still hear me? The U.S. invades Greenland. Okay, you guys can still hear me. Okay. All right, well, I will read that comment in just a second. Let me get a drink first. Oh, that's good. So I only drink sweet tea once a day now. Be proud of me, Taylor. But as a result, it tastes way better when I do. And man, that's good. Got a cupboard of cans of food, filtered water, and pictures of you. And I'm not coming out until this is all over. And I'm looking through the glass where the light bends at the grass. And I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, pretending the echoes belong to someone. Someone that I used to know. Will become silhouettes till our bodies finally go. Oh. Wanted to walk through the empty streets, feel something constant under my feet. But all the news reports recommended that I stay indoors, because the air outside will make ourselves divided and alarming gray. To a shell simply cannot hold our insides in, and that's when we'll explode. And it won't be a pretty sight. We'll become silhouettes till our bodies finally go. And we'll become silhouettes till our bodies finally go. I'll look up another one while I'm over here. Because I've learned this one, I've gotten really good at it. I want to show you guys. Thank you, friend. Oh, you're welcome, Taylor. If you want to hear another one, I'm going to give you guys another freebie. American Idol will not be calling. Oh, that's fine. I like the fact that I enjoy singing. If other people do, that's, that's on them. I can't account for their bad taste. Shakedown 1979. Cool kids together at the time. On a live wire right on the street. You and I should be. Your love skipping like a stone. With the headlights pointed at the dome. We were sure we'd never see it end to it all. And we don't even care. Just straight these zipper blues. And we don't know when our bones will rest. Just, I guess, forgotten, buried in the dust below. Gotta scroll up. Double cross the bacon and the pork. Yeah, not sure just what we have in store. More feet sitting, slipping hills down to sea. That we don't even care. Just shake these zipper blues. And we don't know where our bones will rest. Dust, I guess, forgotten into the dust in the towns and lights below. Fast than the speed of sound, faster than we thought we'd go. Need to Justine never knew the rules. She hung out with us freaks and fools. No apologies ever need be made. I know you better than you fake it to see that we don't even care to shake these zipper blues. And we don't know where our bones will rest. Dust, I guess, forgotten into the dust and the dirt below. Okay, that's enough shitty music for one. Dude, I've been mute that whole damn time, huh? Really? I've been mute that whole fucking time. Welcome back. Thanks. I knew this is not the second time this has happened. This is like the 20 millionth time this has happened. I was just saying, I feel like I would be better at playing that song if I played it in its actual proper register. Because I've always felt bad. Okay, so what I was saying was I was telling Taylor, thank you for the compliment on the song, just saying love, which is nice. It's a compliment in some way, fashion. But I was also gonna say thank you for teaching me how to sing, kind of. I mean I knew how to sing before, I knew pitch, but I don't think I really knew breathing. I was not nearly as good at it. I feel like I'm probably not the best at it now, but I certainly have a better frame of reference, and at least it seems like I do. Um, Certainly, the crowds that I've attracted at rainbow gatherings it lends me the impression that I do. But I was saying that I don't feel like my voice is ultimately that good at the middle registers. I feel like if I take it up or take it down, I'm okay. Breakdown 1979. Cool kids never have the time. On a live one right up off the street, you and I should meet. Jukebox skipping like a stone. The headlights pointed at the door. You and I were sure we'd never see, and we don't even care to shake these hippo blues, and we don't know just where our bones will rest. Dust, I guess, forgotten in the dirt and the dust below. And we don't even care to shake these zipper blues, and we don't know where our bones will rest. Dust, I guess, lamented in a shirt to the ground, and lies below. Faster than the speed of sound, faster than we thought we'd go. Need the clouds to go. Justine never knew the rules. She hung out with us freaks and fools. No apologies ever need be made. Da, 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 da. We don't even care to shake these zipper blues, and we don't know where our bones will rest. Good song. I don't know if I sing it well, but I do know that it's a good song. You should listen to the original of. Whatever. If I sound bad, then whatever. Billy Corgan didn't sound good when you recorded it. You know? Like you're under no obligation to sing a song well that was not sung well in the recording that got famous. Okay? Is this real chat? No, it's not. I can't speak for the LGBT crowd, but I don't think they're begging from sort of support from Zionists. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not, though. I'm really not. Anyone else but you? That is a fucking. That is a fucking nostalgic request. Dude, a monkey could play this song. I always feel a little bad when I play it for people because, I don't know. But it really does make me feel good when someone requests it because it's like, aw, you must just really value my performance style or something. I don't know. You're a part. I'm gonna make the register a little bit friendlier. There we go. That sounds about right. You're a part-time lover and a full-time friend. The monkey on your back is the latest trend. I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else. But I kiss you on the brain in the shadow of the tank. Kiss you all starry-eyed, your body swings from side to side. Don't see what anyone can see in anyone else. But here is the church and here is the steeple. We sure are cute for two ugly people. I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else. Pebbles forgive me, the trees forgive me, so why can't you forgive me? I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else. Up, down, left, right, let my being start. Just because we use cheats doesn't mean we're not smart. I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else. Fuck. Oh man, I'm forgetting some of the lyrics. Piss. I might have to look them up. Aw. I'll sing the second part out loud. You are, it's okay. I am. You can tell. I can tell. Shut up. No. Oh no. I'm gonna have to look up the lyrics now. Song name. Anyone else but you. I can tell Taylor's feeling nostalgic, so we'll find it. Alrighty. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we'll pick up from Yep, there we go. I will find my niche in your car with my MP3 DVD from a pack guitar. I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but you. Up, down. Hold on. I am gonna have to restart the song from the beginning, and that will get me on cue again. You know what? I know it's two false starts in a row, and that does not speak well to the success of this venture, but we're gonna do it. You're a part-time lover and a full-time friend. The monkey on your back is the latest trend. I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but the kiss you on the brain and the shadow of the train. The kiss you all starry-eyed, body swimming from side to side. I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but here is the church and here is the steeple. Sure are cute for two other people. Don't see what anyone can see anyone else but apples forget me, the trees forget me, so why can't you forgive me? Don't see what anyone can see in anyone else. But I will find my niche in your car with my MP3, DVD, rumble back guitar. I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but you. Up, up, down, and let my record be a start. Just because we use cheats doesn't mean we're not smart. I don't see what anyone could see in anyone else but you are. Who's trying to keep it real? I'm in love with how you feel. I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but you. Both have shiny outfits of green. You want more fans, I want more stage. I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but Don Quixote was a steel driving man. My name's Adam, I'm your biggest fan. I don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but you. But you. Scrunched up your face and did a little dance. Shook a little curd on the bottom of your pants. Don't see what anyone can see in anyone else but you. So, so you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail? The smile from a veil Do you think you can tell? Did they get you a train? Your heroes for gold, hot ashes for dreams, hot air for a cool breeze, gold comfort to change. Did you exchange a walk-on part in the war for a lead role in a cage? I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. But I'll be found the same old fear. Wish you were here. I do too, Nicole. It's a really good song. Nostalgic? I listen to Kimmy and the Molly Peaches still to this day. I do too, but that song always reminds me of a certain time in my life. Phoebe's, I have to go. Very tired. Thanks for playing my song. I'm having surgery Thursday morning, so I'm very stressed and need the smiles. See you when I feel up to a friend. Well, I really hope your surgery goes well. I hope that it does what it needs to. And I mean, I hope your health is good always. Yeah, everybody say goodnight to Taylor. She's really fucking cool. She's an ex of mine and one of only two that I'm actually on speaking terms with. I need Phoebe to learn all of my favorite songs. She's played half of them tonight already. You like the Postal Service, right, Riley? Did you hear me playing We Will Become Silhouettes earlier? I've got a cover, cans of food, filtered water, pictures of you. And I'm not coming out until this is all over. And I'm looking through the glass where the light spits out the cracks. And I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, pretending the echoes belong to someone. Someone that I used to know. And we'll become. So that's what I've always finally go. Oh, I Wouldn't walk through the empty streets, feel something constant right under my feet. But all the radio reports recommended that I stay indoors. Because the air outside of me are self-divided and alarming gray. But it won't be a pretty sight. That will become so much when our bodies finally go. Oh, 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 oh. Fuck yeah, I love that song. Hold on. Tryptamine, keep listening. Alrighty. I don't practice Santeria. I ain't got no crystal ball. Well, I had $1 million, but I spent it all. If I could find that Hannah and that Sancho that she's found, well, I'd pop a cap in Sancho and I'd slap her down. What I really wanna know, baby, what I really wanna say, I can't define, but it's love that I need. I can't do the whole thing because I don't know the whole song, but I did pull up the lyrics for you. no, I played that whole song and you guys didn't even hear it. Well, I'm sure this song was a banger. God damn it. God damn it. I am fucking so bad at this shit, it's laughable. I am so hilarious. I'm so hilariously bad at this shit that it is downright funny. This song is by a friend of mine. Well, on these days, I'm up to wake the sun. I'm morning glory, and I'm pleased to meet you. I spent some time on death's door. You told me to come around here no more, 'cause you're a loser. And you were born to wander. I spent some time with those girls. Yeah, that Katie and that Crystal. Fuck, I think that Lucy might have saved my life. Now I wander around my own house, so fucked up, I'm exhausted. You know me, I'm always wasted. Now I am scared and alone. Baby, would you please come home? Cause you were heroin, and you were my best friend. And every moment not with you was wasted time. So now I wander around my empty fucking bed. I am bundled up with the thought of you. Every night was a waking fucking nightmare, where I would pray to God that you don't see the day. You find your way, I'll be left out in the dark until they come to find me in my broken heart. For now I am scared and so alone. Will I ever find my way back home? 'Cause now I am scared and alone. Baby, could I please come home? That song is called Morning Glory. You'll get it most quickly by searching Morning Glory Ain't Right. But the person who wrote it, their name is Taylor Wilkinson. Credit to them. They are an independent musician, so I want to make sure I shout them out. Fantastic. Hell yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. I am probably done playing for tonight, though, because my knee is starting to hurt. My leg, rather. Leg starting to hurt. One last donation drive. If anybody has enjoyed the tunes you've listened to tonight and you've got some spare change burning a hole in your pocket, please consider sending it your gal's way. You can either do that via the Cash App link down below or the Super Chat button. Either way is vastly appreciated. Really enjoyed that. Well, I'm glad you did, Tryptamine. I'm glad we had a good time tonight. I feel like certainly my energy was good, and I feel like the chat response was pretty good. I feel like you guys seemed like you were having a pretty good time. So yeah, sometimes we have good nights like this. Swell times in the Phoebe chat yet again. Bon nuit. Bon nuit. You too, Nicole. Thank you for hanging out. I'm glad I could provide you guys a little nightly entertainment tonight. I'm gonna be getting off here in a few minutes, but the life and times of Phoebe streams. Indeed, indeed. We have fun. We have fun around here, though, and that's the thing I care about. Is like these are enjoyable experiences for me and for you guys, and when they are that to the maximum, like it was tonight, man, it's good. It's good for my mood. Good for my tude. It's always enjoyable to hang out with you, Phoebe. Aw, thank you, Nicole. It's always enjoyable to have you hanging out in here as well. I hope you know that. Um, I like playing music for you guys, but sometimes I wish that the algorithm didn't suppress it so hard. You know? I need some sleep. I can't go on like this. I tried cutting sleep, but there's always some I miss. I'm in too deep and the wheels keep spinning round. I'm so cool. I wish we could smoke a joint together. Well, look up Deep Fat Fried, become a fan of their content, and then keep an eye out for a meetup, and we can. Either that, or keep sharing my content, liking it, and promoting it, and eventually I will get big enough that I will do meetups. Oh my god. I wonder if my channel got big enough. I wonder if the Pessimist Production boys would consider doing. Probably not, though. Probably not. Like a joint meetup. I feel like that could be hard. Needlessly difficult. Cool idea, though. And because there is crossover, I guess it would be smart for me to schedule it close to, that. But yeah, eventually I do want to do fan meetups and shit like that. Good night, Nicole. Good night. Why does that name sound so familiar? Nicole Hahn. I think it's because I had a boss that was named Nicole once. Autumn, what's up, Autumn? Yeah, I mean, we're about to head out, but we're not completely expired yet, We're not completely done yet. We've been hanging out. I think tonight was good for audience growth, I feel like, because there were lots of people liking and lots of people talking about how they seem to like me, so This might have been a pretty good night for growth, which is fun. Wasn't a very good night for donations, only made like 25 bucks, but hey, that's 25 more dollars that I didn't have before, and every dollar counts because you guys are my lifeline. Um, that said, I do need to schedule some actual desktop content because there was a goal that we reached recently, and I haven't been able to make good on it because of the ice storm and all that shit, but I can make good on it this week. So I need to do that. Oh, you're getting. Oh, nice, Autumn. That's awesome. Did something happen to Dash's channel? Not that I know of. I hope not. I sure fucking hope not. I'm sure you brought this up, but I'm just curious to know why so many names are blacked out on Epstein files. Why are they hiding the names? There could be a number of reasons for this. My favorite pet theory of the reasons is because they are attempting to mitigate how much damage is done. Because a fully unedited Epstein files that was literally only cleared of CSAN would destroy things even worse than the Epstein files already have. It would be like cataclysmic, whereas this is just like earth shattering. We're talking about the difference between society just can't function anymore because the truth has been revealed and now everybody knows and there's no denying it, and you can just smack it in everybody's faces and show because it's like the government has been forced, its hand has been forced, like it's wild to think about the kind of things that are in there. And a lot of the reason why those names are getting blacked out, until we have proof otherwise, I'm going to assume that it's because they're trying to protect powerful people. Till we know better, we have to assume that it's that until we know better. Somebody, though, really ought to be downloading these things into a PDF editor so that they can fucking make sure that those black boxes aren't just black boxes in the PDF file. Because when you blot out things with a little black box like that in some PDF viewer, editor, or whatever, there is like, I don't know because I don't make them, but there's some kind of thing, like just like with an image, where you smoosh it all together and it all becomes one element that can't be separated anymore. Or where you just actually like are editing the pixels as they appear, literally. Just like deleting an element and replacing it with background fill. That's my theory, and until they fucking deliver us some evidence to believe otherwise, I don't see why we should go for any other explanation. They are hiding the name of powerful people. Likely powerful Trump-connected people. We got 9 more minutes. Crucible. Oh yeah, that's your name. Okay. But yeah, that's my pet theory. They're hiding the names to protect powerful people. Probably powerful people from all over the political spectrum too, because one thing we figured out from the Epstein files is that um, well, Bernie wasn't in them. Well, I mean, he was, but only insofar as like being hated on. Like everybody in the Epstein circle hates him, basically. Um, let's see. There's a few other people that you might have thought were on there that actually weren't in any meaningful capacity. I'm trying to remember who some of them were. Like Dick Cheney, for example. Nowhere, you know. Dick Cheney just apparently didn't fuck with it, I guess. And there's tons of people that you would not expect to be giving the kind of advice they're giving or making the things like any of it. Like, dude, Noam Chomsky is in the Epstein files, and the most egregious thing that he's in there for, or one of the most egregious things that he's in there for that I know about at least, is giving advice to Jeffrey Epstein, PR advice, in the wake of his pedophilia accusations coming out and the conviction of him as a pedophile. Like, Noam Chomsky's giving him fucking advice, saying, just ignore it, just ignore the press and all that. If you'll have to serve your time, but after that, it'll be all fine, and just don't even worry about it, because he, he basically says, like, you and I, we're not going to be messed with by that kind of thing, or whatever. I hate it. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm very tired. If anybody else would like to donate because they enjoyed the music, the show, me, the channel, whatever you want, consider doing so. The link to my Cash App is down below in the description. You can also donate through Super Thanks if you are just perusing a video of mine. Please go watch the short I most recently uploaded, and I will see you guys later.